Issues, challenges, trends, and innovations in the hospitality industry. A. Content standards. The learners demonstrate an understanding of the fundamentals of the hospitality and tourism industry. B. Performance standards. The learners apply skills in food preparation and services following safety precautions. C. Learning competency. Examine the issues, challenges, trends, and innovations in the hospitality and tourism industry. Learning objectives. Define key terms related to issues, challenges, trends, and innovations in the hospitality and tourism industry. Identify and analyze real-life scenarios of issues, challenges, and trends in hospitality and tourism. Demonstrate understanding of the relevance of challenges and trends to career opportunities in hospitality and tourism. Before we begin our new lesson, let's have a short review of what we discussed yesterday about career and business opportunities in the hotel and tourism industry. Our game is called Guess My Job. In this game, I will show you some clues on the screen. Each clue will describe the responsibilities and work environment of a particular career in the hospitality and tourism field. All you need to do is guess the job correctly. First, I help travelers enjoy exciting vacations at sea. I work with cruise lines and travel agencies to find the best packages for clients. I also arrange hotel stays and transportation before and after the cruise. Guess my job. Second, I make sure resort guests have a relaxing and enjoyable stay. I supervise different departments like housekeeping, maintenance, and marketing. I handle staff, finances, and daily operations of the resort. Guess my job. Three, I help people plan and book their dream vacations. I arrange flights, hotels, and tours for my clients. I assist travelers when their flights or accommodations need to be changed. I ensure that clients feel relaxed and pampered in our spa. I manage spa staff and make sure we have enough towels, oils, and beauty products. I may also promote our services online or through advertisements. Guess my job. Five, I make sure food and service are perfect during parties and events. I lead chefs and waiters to prepare and serve meals on time. I plan staff schedules and menus based on the event needs. Guess my job. Six, I manage gyms, pools, and other activity areas for fitness and fun. I make schedules for classes, trainers, and facility use. I promote healthy lifestyles through sports and recreation programs. Guess my job. Lastly, I make sure every room and facility is clean and well maintained. I hire and train housekeeping staff in hotels or resorts. I manage cleaning supplies, towels, and guest room amenities. Guess my job. Very good. You've recalled the different career paths in our industry. Each of these jobs contributes to giving guests and travelers a satisfying experience. Now, let's reflect on what we've learned. Out of all the careers we discussed, which one inspired you the most? I'll give each of you a sticky note. Write down one career or business opportunity in the industry that interests you the most. Then, post it on our board under the title, Careers That Inspire Me. You have 2 minutes to write. My dream career in the hospitality and tourism industry. Before we dive into our new lesson, let's first understand some important words that we'll often encounter today. These words will help us describe what is happening in the tourism and hospitality industry. Class, the first word is challenges. Difficulties or obstacles faced in the tourism industry, such as economic uncertainties and sustainability demands. These are the problems or difficulties that people working in the tourism industry face. Examples include unstable economic conditions, changes in tourist arrivals, and the need to protect the environment while still serving visitors. Innovations. Creative and new solutions, like advanced technologies and eco-friendly practices, that improve and update the tourism experience. For innovations, imagine the new ideas, systems, or tools that make traveling easier and more enjoyable. These help the industry improve the way they serve guests and keep up with modern expectations. Like online booking or using mobile apps for check-in. Issues, concerns or problems within tourism, including overcrowding, responsible behavior, and safety, requiring attention and solutions. When we say issues, we're referring to concerns that the industry must handle properly. If these are ignored, they can negatively affect the experiences of tourists and workers. Trend is a general direction into which something is changing, developing, or veering toward. The term may also mean a fashion, craze, or fad. And for trend, think of what's becoming popular or what most people are starting to choose or follow in tourism. Trends help us understand what travelers prefer today. Brainstorming activity. Now, let's explore the real-world situations that affect these careers. Every industry faces different issues, challenges, trends, and innovations, and we'll discover what those are through a brainstorming activity. I will divide the class into 4 groups. Each group will represent one category. Each of you will receive sticky notes. Write one idea per sticky note that relates to your group's topic. For example, if your group is trends, you can write about something new in the tourism world, like eco-friendly hotels or digital booking apps. Now that you have written your ideas, post them on the board or manila paper assigned to your group. Let's hear what each group discovered during your brainstorming session. To deepen our understanding, let's take a closer look at the issues, challenges, trends, and innovations shaping the hospitality and tourism industry today. Top issues that will influence the global hospitality industry in the year ahead include sustainable. 1.1 Sustainable development calls for green hospitality. This means that being eco-friendly is now a big and important topic in hotels and restaurants. Before, only a few cared about going green, but now it has become normal and widely accepted. More people expect businesses to use designs and practices that help protect the environment. And many people in the hotel industry are now very interested in going green. In fact, one of the most popular topics in a big hotel conference was about how hotels can protect the environment and still earn money. The early leaders of green hospitality shared what challenges they faced and what successes they achieved as they tried to operate hotels in a more eco-friendly way. It also explains that sustainable hospitality is built on 3 important things: profit, people, and planet. This means hotels should earn money responsibly, take care of their employees and guests, and protect the environment. When all 3 are balanced, hotels can run successfully while still helping the community and the planet. 1.2 Labor cost issues. It talks about how paying workers is one of the biggest expenses for hotels and restaurants. In fact, almost half of their total costs go to labor. That's why labor costs are a major focus for hospitality managers. They need to plan carefully to keep the business running smoothly while paying employees fairly. Labor cost is a big part of running a business, so any changes like new laws, higher minimum wages, or union negotiations can make managers worried. Paying staff is the biggest cost for hotels, no matter what type of hotel it is. Even smaller or simpler hotels still need employees to serve guests. Managers know that while it's important to control labor costs, employees are also key to making guests happy. How staff interact with guests can really affect the guest's experience and the success of the hotel. So, managers have to find the right balance between saving money and keeping guests satisfied. 1.3 Multicultural issues. Hotels and restaurants now work with people from many different cultures, both employees and guests. Because the hospitality industry is growing globally, managers need to understand how to handle diverse staff and meet the needs of guests from all over the world. They also need to be aware of laws, business rules, and cultural differences that can affect how the business operates. Basically, working in a multicultural environment is becoming a big part of running a successful hospitality business. The hospitality industry connects people from all over the world. Big hotels and international chains succeed because they know how to serve guests from different cultures, like offering food, services, and amenities that match their customs and expectations. Today, understanding cultural differences is more important than ever, because it affects how hotels run and how happy their guests are. Different cultures have different ways of showing respect. For example, in some Asian cultures, making too much eye contact can make guests feel uncomfortable, while in Western cultures, it shows honesty and friendliness. Hospitality staff need to know these differences so they can greet and serve guests in a way that makes them feel respected and comfortable. 1.4 Higher education. The hospitality industry is changing very quickly, and this affects how students are taught. Schools and training programs need to update their lessons, learning materials, and teaching methods to make sure future hospitality workers are ready for these changes. Everyone involved in education, teachers, students, and school administrators, must adapt to keep up with the industry. Education systems must address knowledge economy challenges by restructuring learning processes to reflect real-world information use. This involves changing educators' roles to facilitators of active learning and transforming library specialists into collaborators in curriculum planning for effective information resource utilization. Basically, learning is active. You don't just absorb information, you use it, practice it, and keep updating your knowledge. Because the hospitality industry is changing so fast, new types of education have appeared to meet students' needs. These include for-profit universities that focus on flexible learning, corporate universities like McDonald's Hamburger University or Accor University that train their own employees, virtual or online universities that let students study from anywhere, and big companies like Microsoft that provide tools and programs to help people learn, even though their main business isn't education. Situational reflection. I will show a scenario on the screen, and your task is to identify the main issue you think is being highlighted and explain it briefly in 1 or 2 sentences. Identify the key issue highlighted in scenario and explain why it is important. Scenario 1. A luxury hotel has noticed that guests frequently leave lights and air conditioners on when rooms are empty. The hotel is concerned about high energy consumption, environmental impact, and rising utility costs. Scenario 2. A 5-star resort hires staff from different countries. Some guests have complained about miscommunication between staff and guests from diverse cultural backgrounds, causing service delays and dissatisfaction. Questions. First, how can we practice sustainability at home, like hotels do with energy and water conservation? Second, how does understanding different cultures help us communicate better with others? Third, why is it important to manage time and resources efficiently, both at work and at school? Class, let's recall what we learned today about issues in the hospitality industry. We'll read the main issues together. 1. Sustainable development, green hospitality, encourages eco-friendly practices to protect the environment. 2. Labor cost issues, managing staff efficiently to balance service quality and operational expenses. 3. Multicultural issues, understanding cultural differences between staff and guests to improve communication and service. 4. Higher education, ensuring staff have the knowledge and skills necessary to provide quality service. Evaluating learning, match column A to column B. Recall, what are the different issues in the hospitality industry? Let's answer the following questions. 1. Which specific challenge or trend discussed in the industry holds the greatest impact and importance? Why? 2. Why is it important to keep up with the latest hospitality trends? Picture analysis. Observe and analyze the pictures below. Let's now continue the discussion. 2. Challenges. Confronting the hospitality industry. Challenges that face hospitality will include operating issues, marketing issues, technological issues, economic issues. 2.1 Operating issues. Labor shortages. One of the biggest problems in the hospitality industry today is the lack of workers. Many hotels and restaurants want to grow or open new branches, but they can't because there aren't enough skilled people to hire. It's not the money or the buildings that limit them, it's the shortage of workers. The biggest problem in the hospitality industry worldwide is that there are fewer people available to work. Experts rank this as the most important issue affecting hotels and restaurants. Hotels and restaurants are finding it hard not only to hire skilled workers but also to keep them. Before, only a few places had trouble finding and keeping skilled workers, but now this problem is happening in many countries around the world. There are several reasons why it's hard to find workers. The population is changing, salaries are not high enough, workers don't feel satisfied, and many people think hospitality jobs have long hours and low pay. Managers and leaders in the industry are now trying new and creative ways to attract and keep good employees. They are finding better methods to make the workplace more appealing. 2. Cost containment. Hotels are trying to find ways to save money, but without lowering the quality of their service. They need to control expenses while still giving guests the good experience they expect. Doing more with less means working more efficiently, achieving good results even when you have fewer resources, such as less money, fewer staff, or limited time. Managers must find smart ways to keep service quality high while reducing costs. 3. Increased competition. In many places, there are more hotel rooms than there are guests. Because there are too many hotels competing for the same customers, they often lower their prices just to attract guests. But when prices go down, hotels earn less money, so their profits get even smaller. Fewer people are staying in hotels because of the global economic slowdown and strong competition. Since there are fewer guests but many hotels, room prices have dropped a lot across the country. In Europe, hotels also have fewer guests, so room prices went down by almost 30%. To attract customers, hotels now offer cheaper rooms and even include extras like breakfast, airport pickup, or sightseeing. This strong competition forces hotels to be more creative and innovative. Next issue is the marketing issues. 1. Market segmentation and overlapping brands. Hotel companies are now targeting very specific groups of travelers, like business travelers, budget travelers, families, or luxury guests. Each brand focuses on a certain type of customer to meet their exact needs. Some hotel companies keep creating more and more brands, and sometimes these brands become too similar. This can cause problems because hotels under the same company may end up competing against each other. Also, when there are too many similar brands, guests might struggle to tell them apart. 2. Increased guest sophistication. Consumers have become more sophisticated and, as a result, so have the types of products and services that they desire. Travelers know more and expect more from hotels. They want better services and modern amenities, like gyms, business centers, or smart room features. While adding these can make the hotel more attractive, they also cost more. Managers need to choose carefully so the amenities match what their specific guests actually want. Next issue is about the technological issues. Technology in hotels and restaurants is changing very quickly. New systems for booking, customer service, or operations are helpful, but keeping up with these changes can be both difficult and costly for the business. 1. Interactive reservation systems. Nowadays guests can book hotel rooms online using interactive reservation systems. But sometimes, these systems get criticized because it can take too many steps or clicks to complete a booking, which can be frustrating for customers. More and more guests are booking hotel rooms online. In the US, about 20% of all reservations are now made through the internet, and the number keeps growing. This means hotels must have an online booking system. If they don't, guests will just book with another hotel that does. 2. Guest room innovations. Guests now expect modern features in their rooms, like multiple phone lines, ways to order room service from the TV, or even checking out from the room. These features make the stay more convenient, but they can be very expensive for hotels to set up. 3. Data mining. Data mining is when hotels use technology to study information about their guests. By analyzing this data, marketing and sales teams can understand what guests like and make smarter decisions to improve services and attract more customers. 4. Yield management. It is a system that helps hotels and other hospitality businesses decide how much to charge for rooms depending on demand. When many guests want to book rooms, prices go up because availability is limited. When fewer guests are booking, hotels lower prices to attract more customers. The goal is to maximize profit by selling rooms at the right price, to the right guests, at the right time. Yield management is used in all areas of a hotel where revenue is generated, not just rooms. The person in charge, called the yield manager, carefully monitors bookings and adjusts rates to make sure the hotel earns as much money as possible. Next is the economic issues. 1. Dependence upon the nation's economy. It means that the success of hotels and other hospitality businesses is closely tied to how well the country's economy is doing. When the economy is strong, more people travel for business and leisure, so hotels are busier and can charge higher rates. This leads to higher profits for the hospitality industry. However, when the economy slows down, fewer people travel, which lowers hotel occupancy and forces hotels to reduce room rates. Hotels may offer discounts to attract more guests, but this also means less revenue and smaller profits. Essentially, the economic health of a country directly affects how well hotels and other hospitality businesses perform. 2. Globalization. When people from different parts of the world travel more, hotels, resorts, and other lodging businesses can attract international guests, which can increase profits. This means that it's not just the economy of one country that matters, but also the economies of other countries where guests come from. For example, if people in a foreign country have more money to spend, they are more likely to travel abroad and stay in hotels. On the other hand, economic problems in other countries can reduce international travel, affecting hotel occupancy and revenue. In short, globalization connects the success of hotels to the financial conditions of multiple countries, not just the local economy. To stay competitive, hotels and other hospitality businesses need to pay attention to global trends. They must adjust their operations to meet the needs of guests from around the world. This includes offering international-style food, quality services, and modern amenities. Staffing policies and training programs must also be updated to serve a diverse group of customers effectively. By doing this, the hospitality industry can attract more international guests and succeed in the global market. Trends in hospitality industry. 1. Rapid growth in vacation ownership. Vacation ownership, or timeshares, means that people buy the right to stay at a particular hotel or resort for a specific time each year. This segment is growing very fast, especially because baby boomers, people born between 1946 and 1964, are getting older and want regular vacation spots where they can relax every year. The World Tourism Organization, which studies travel trends worldwide, has recognized timeshares as one of the fastest growing areas in the travel and tourism industry. This shows us that people are looking for ways to enjoy vacations in a predictable and convenient way. Big hotel companies are getting involved in vacation ownership to attract more customers. Big hotel companies like Marriott, Hilton, Disney, and Four Seasons are joining in to make these vacation programs stronger and more attractive. Basically, more people are buying the idea of owning or sharing vacation properties instead of just staying in regular hotels. RCI is a company that helps people who own vacation properties trade or swap their vacation time with other owners around the world. Imagine you have a timeshare in the Philippines but you want to go to Hawaii instead. Through RCI, you can exchange your vacation week for one in Hawaii. Right now, there are over 2.8 million families from 200 countries who are members of RCI. There are also 3,700 resorts that participate in this system, giving members lots of options for where they can spend their vacations. This shows us how vacation ownership has become very flexible and global. It's not just about staying in one place anymore, you can travel to different countries while still using your vacation ownership rights. This flexibility is one of the reasons vacation ownership is growing so fast worldwide. North America has the most vacation ownership resorts and owners, with Europe second. Timeshare resorts are everywhere, near beaches, lakes, mountains, and even in cities. This shows vacation ownership is popular worldwide and keeps growing because people want flexible, convenient vacation options. 2. Integration and globalization. Vertical integration means big hotel companies now offer different types of hotels to fit different budgets and guest needs. For example, a company might own luxury hotels, mid-range hotels, and budget hotels. This helps them serve more guests and compete better in the global market. Hotel companies need to expand beyond their home country to grow. For example, many American hotel chains started operating in other countries because people there wanted well-known brands and the high-quality services they offer. Globalization helps hotels reach more guests, increase revenue, and build international recognition. So, for hotels to succeed in the future, they must think globally, not just locally. Running hotels, especially well-known international ones, costs a lot of money to keep everything in top condition. Because of this, the hospitality industry plays a big role in global business. It's not just about serving local guests, but also about competing and operating worldwide. Hotel companies must think about the global market, understand international guests' needs, and be ready to face challenges that come from operating in different countries. Essentially, globalization affects almost every part of how hotels run their business today. Globalization will affect almost every part of the hospitality industry. Guests, hotel managers, workers, products, and even money used to run hotels can now come from different countries. In the future, hotels will not only compete with local businesses, they will also compete with big global hotel companies that operate in many countries. These global companies have more resources, more experience, and stronger brand names, which gives them a big competitive advantage. 3. New management. Hospitality industry is facing many challenges such as managing room availability, keeping guests safe, handling money wisely, and keeping up with fast-changing technology. Because of these, future hotel managers must be flexible and ready to adjust quickly. They can't rely only on old ways of managing. Instead, they need new skills, updated knowledge, and the ability to make decisions fast. In short, the industry needs a new generation of managers who can handle modern problems and lead hotels successfully in a rapidly changing environment. As technology grows and customers can easily search for information online, guests now know a lot about hotels, services, and prices even before they arrive. Because of this, they expect hotel staff, especially those who talk to customers, to know just as much or even more. But this can be challenging because many workers in the hospitality industry are new, have basic skills, or come from different backgrounds. This means companies will need to train their staff better so they can answer customer questions confidently and provide excellent service. When we try to imagine what the future of the hospitality industry will look like, we need to study the big forces that will cause change. There are 7 major areas that greatly affect how hotels and other hospitality businesses will grow and operate. These 7 areas help us understand what challenges and opportunities the hospitality industry will face in the future. Multiple choice quiz.